Aloha's and greetings from Venice, California. Today's guest on Los Angeles Real is Conroe Brooks, one of the co-founders of Flash Mob America. He's also a very talented actor, dancer, and singer. You should check out his version of Just My Imagination on YouTube. It's awesome. He harmonizes with Conroe Brooks like 7 times. As always, you can find out everything Los Angeles Real at losangelesreal.net. We're on Facebook, YouTube, please subscribe, Twitter, and Instagram so far. Until I see you again, live the dream.
Welcome to Los Angeles Real. My name is Christian Monzon. My buddy over here to my left.
Thomas
What's up,
Faustine Husking.
That's
Thank
your
you
name?
for having me.
That's your name? God damn it. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. With us in the studio today, Conroe Brooks, co-founder of F.M.A, Flash Mob America.
Well, very excited, man.
I don't know why I
Welcome.
just sounded like that, but
It sounded good.
I just felt like, like throwing it back to radio play days.
Yeah.
DJ, 1950s DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Sorry,
Right.
go ahead.
That was, I don't know what that was.
It was best intro ever.
Yeah, it was all right.
That was good.
What's up, man?
What's happening?
Everything's
What's going
good, man. Thanks for being here, dude.
Yes, I'm honored to be here with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've known each other a long time, man.
we have
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
about a couple of weeks. About a couple of weeks.
That's not
Yeah.
true.
No,
That's not true.
7.
Can you-
7 years? 8 years?
Let me just start this roll.
What, dude? Oh, I'm sorry. Thomas is the technical one.
For people that don't know,
Yes.
what is Flash Mob America?
Yes. Flash Mob America is a full-scale flash mob production company. So we produce flash mobs across the whole country, from a marriage proposal to a massive shutdown Times Square, 200 dancers,
Shut down Times
know,
Square.
corporate flash mob. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That is so cool.
Yes, it's and a flash mob. If people don't know what a flash mob is, because some people don't, they're like, "Oh, what is that?" And then you explain, like, "Oh, yeah."
I've seen
So
those.
yeah, for the most part, a flash mob is a group of people showing up in a public place, breaking into a dance spontaneously, as it may seem, and then dispersing, going away. And it usually builds, starting from 1 person to 5 to 10 to 100 and so on.
Is 200 the most you've ever done?
No,
What's the biggest one?
Yeah, what's the biggest?
1,082 people.
Wow.
Who
which
is
one which one was that?
That was actually, well, the reason it was so big is because it was for a pilot that the OWN network paid for us. We had a show being thrown around, and
A reality show?
a reality show.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Did
Yeah.
you guys film the pilot?
We filmed the pilot. Oprah said, I mean, it was crazy, like Oprah said, yes, we can, we'll pick up this pilot. So they paid for the pilot.
Oprah green-lighted your
Oprah
pilot.
greenlit.
That's awesome.
I know, right? Crazy. So we and it was a good deed flash mob. So there was this young guy, he was in his 30s, married, 2 or 3 kids. I can't remember.
He had a
But one-
family.
2. Yeah, I think they had 3 kids, and they he had a family, and he had cancer. He came down with
Oh, that's not funny.
certain kind of cancer. Yeah, and so the community and all these people got together to do this flash mob for him. He was a counselor at a high school, and so we got kids from his school, the football team, and all these people together to surprise him with this flash mob. And if we got over 1,000 people, then the OWN network would donate a certain amount of money to him. I think it was $10,000. And so we did. We surprised them, handed them, the big, large check at the end of the whole thing, which was really just amazing.
Novelty checks are the best.
Right? Yeah, it's great. And and then we found out that it was about a year later. He's cancer free.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Wow.
For real. So dude is cancer free, healthy, everything is all good.
So basically, flash mobs cure
We
cancer.
cured
Yeah,
them.
if you have cancer, contact F.M.A. and you're guaranteed
Yeah.
to be
All you
cancer-free.
need is 1,000 people to dance at you and dance for you, you know, do 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 do, and then like it just
What was the song you guys did?
Born This Way. It was Lady Gaga. Was it Born This Way? I think it's Born This Way.
Yeah. So what happened? What happened
Might
with
be
the
making that up.
with what happened with the pilot?
You know, the OWN network was going through a lot of changes, and so as we did the pilot, and they were loving it. They showed them a first cut. They gave them feedback to do some changes, and then I don't know, one of the executives there left or was fired, and things just changed around,
Oh,
and
that sucks.
it got just really, you know, jacked up over there, and they couldn't pick it up. I think it was an expensive. It would have been an expensive show.
Yeah. Well, what goes into like putting it all together? I mean, it seems intricate to have to organize dance a choreography for 1,000 people. I mean, who do you guys work with?
What
Who's
goes
the
into a
choreographer?
mob? Yeah.
Well, we have choreographers that we work with regularly. We've got a lot of people that are submitting us their stuff as well. You know, going, hey, I'd love to choreograph for you guys. So we also, you know, we have new people that we'll work with here and there, but we do have like a core that we always work with. So, I mean, that's the first thing. You know, the song gets chosen. We give that to the choreographer with any notes about like just what it's for. I don't know. Sometimes people want specific. You know, we had a proposal where a guy wanted his like specific dance move in the dance because
his go-to
his like go-to dance. He knew his girl would know it was, you know. Now, this must be for me because that's his dance he does or something.
That's pretty creative.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, yeah.
Personalized
So
flash mobs.
Exactly. So they're always personalized unless people don't want to do that. You know, for usually it's a budget thing. Like, oh, can't we just use one you've already done because we can't afford to pay for a new dance. But usually it's always customized. Sometimes we'll have professionals that start it off, so then we can start off with like breakdancing and flips and just like start off with a bang. You know, so
I noticed that in the form. That's one of the fields that you can fill out. Is like, do you want professionals or just what's the other option? Not professionals.
But
Is
professionals
like passers-by or something.
or real people.
Real people. Yeah. Because that's the opposite of a
A
professional.
exactly. Opposite of professional is a real person. Professionals are fake.
Right.
Fake people.
Yeah.
How did this start? I mean, this is from 2009.
2009 is when we started. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about that, man. The impetus
Yeah.
to this idea that's now blown up to be something that conglomerates use, like big. I mean, you guys have done stuff for corporations.
Yeah.
I mean, name off a few of these things, man. I'm proud of you, dude.
We-
I want people to know.
Thank you. I mean, Suave, Oscar Mayer, Janet Jackson.
Oh, and you guys
was the
were
first.
on
Modern
Modern
Family.
Family, right?
Yeah, we did the Modern
Nice.
Family flash
I
mob.
thought that's a really cool story too, man. The first flash mob you ever did. Well, talk about that, man.
Well,
I know his whole story.
I know. So I'll start from the beginning. I was born in no, I was kidding.
I'm like, I gotta go.
How old are you? It's gonna take a long time. No, so Michael Jackson passes away 2009, June 25th. And you know, I was really, it hit me kind of hard. And I did not expect that. I just didn't expect it, you know, and I was just really sad about it and just upset and kind of like, you know, and there was all this press going on that was just negative. They were talking about negative stuff, and I wanted to do something positive and like celebrate him. So, well, before that happened, so he passes away, and then people were like calling me, which was weird, like, "Hey man, are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, I mean,
Are you the world's biggest Michael Jackson fan? Is that why?
I mean, no, you know, I'm not like some fans that I've since met that are like, you know,
Obsessed and- yeah.
fans that like wear his shirts. They go to stuff all the time. They go to Forest Lawn to like just
Pay homage and
yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't cry if you saw him.
No, I mean, no, I wouldn't just. I'm not like, yeah,
I
like,
know, right?
I feel like I would
seen
try
those
to be
people,
like
dude.
not an equal professional, but like I'm also a performer, and
Right.
it's a pleasure to meet you. You're amazing. And then I would leave and be like, oh my god, but I guess I was always just a huge fan and just loved his music, and people were aware of that, and I just wasn't as aware. I didn't realize people were aware of that. So there was a lottery to go to his memorial. You could sign up to go to the big Staples Center memorial with 10,000 people. And a friend of mine who's not like a close friend, we don't hang out or anything, just called me up and said, hey, I won and I have 2 tickets. Do you want to go with me? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I went to that. And then another friend, Stacy Lawrence, who's my business partner now, at the time, just a friend that we were in acting class together.
We love Stacy.
And so she happened to, the same kind of deal happened with her where she had a random friend just invite her to go. And so we both knew we were going. And so we went. It was this overwhelming experience. The family was there and then this casket rolls in. And it was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. And you get to see the most amazing people perform and sing, Stevie Wonder and all these, who else was it? Was it Jennifer Hudson? I think did an amazing job. And it was just this huge emotional experience. And so afterwards we kept sharing videos of just Michael's stuff. And I came across a flash mob in Sweden. And I saw it and it was just like, I got to do this. I got to do this. Because I was still just like, dang, this thing is just messing with me. So I just text messaged my friend. I was like, I don't know. Something came over and I was like, I'm doing this. And I text him, I'm doing a flash mob for Michael Jackson. We're going to do it in 2 weeks. And this, blah, 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 blah. And people were like, oh, some people were like, well, I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm in. You're crazy. And I made a Facebook event, sent that out. And then Stacy jumped on board and invited a lot of people and was like, what do you need? How can I help? And so I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And then, so I called Hollywood and Highland, and it was like 2 days before the date that it was going to happen, where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. 2 days before, they call me back, and they're like, hey, sorry, we're just calling you back a week later. We got your message, and we'd love to have you do it here. And I was like, awesome, great, cool. Boom. So we did the flash mob at Hollywood Highland. It got a lot of press. We did it July 25th, so it was a month right after he passed away. Got all this press. Thought I was done. Was like, okay, that was awesome. Moving on. No, you're not. And so everybody was like, do it again. So we did it again on his birthday, which was August 29th. And then a couple weeks later, we get a message on Facebook from somebody at Universal Music Group. She's in marketing. Says, I want to talk to you guys about this flash mob you did. So we're like, okay, we get on the phone, talking to her. Yeah, so she kind of asked, how'd you guys do it? Oh, this is what we did. Da, da, da. Great, I want to meet with you guys and do this. And we're like, well, who's it for? She's like, Janet Jackson. And we're like, oh, great, okay, got it. All right, goodbye. What? I mean, it was insane. We're like, Janet Jackson. So we go from doing a Michael Jackson flash mob for fun to doing one for Janet Jackson. And so we,
Sponsored by Universal Music Group.
Yeah. And so cut to, we do it in November. Janet Jackson,
Hello.
Janet Jackson shows up to watch. So the press was just crazy. I mean,
you guys had some really good cameramen on that one. I just want to say.
Christian was the cameraman there at that. Right. That's right. You were there for that.
Wow.
And so while it was,
you used one of my close-ups, dude.
That's right. That's you loved being there. I remember you being very excited to be part of that. Before it happened, though, we go, okay, we need a name. we need like a name. This is gonna be crazy. Like this is gonna be huge. And so we, you know, Stacy's husband is in online marketing, so he bought all these domains with Flash Mob in it, and so she's reading them off. Flash Mob Dance, Flash Mob whatever, Flash Mob America, and I'm like, yes, Flash Mob America, and we're both like, yeah, Flash Mob America.
F.M.A, man, it sounds like an award or something.
I know, right? So we went with that, and that's what the name that went into all the press. And they even said like the leading Flash Mob company, Flash Mob America.
Yeah, that's us.
And it was like international press. Yeah, we're like, yep. And then the next people to call us was Oscar Mayer, and it just was like, we haven't. I mean, has not been a day off.
Yeah, no, you guys have spread
For 6 years. It's just growing bigger and bigger.
4 years.
Oh, 4 years.
4 years. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's just growing and growing. We just did a piece for the Wall Street Journal, and then ABC News. We did on Dateline with Diane Sawyer.
Man, yeah, they did a whole segment on you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
That's cool,
awesome.
man.
That's awesome.
So you started out that initial one. What did you just rent sound equipment and say, okay, I guess we're gonna need a massive PA that we can somehow cart into this area without anybody seeing? Like, well, I mean, I don't want you to give away your secrets or
Right.
anything.
No, there's no secrets. It was just a friend who's a DJ, and I just put it out there that I need someone that with a loudspeaker, someone that can like a DJ or somebody that's got a big speaker, and he was like, "Cool, I'm down. I'll do it." I mean, everybody did it for free. It was everybody. That first one, it was just like, "Hey, can you do this?" The camera guys and everything, and then I edited it actually myself. Yeah, so we just had a big speaker, and he just kind of chilled by the speaker. He was out in the open, kind of just to the side against the wall. Nobody paid attention to it.
Right.
Nobody cared. And I remember I was terrified because I started.
You start, yeah.
And I can dance, but I'm not like a dancer, And so I started off doing Michael moves and stuff, and I was so terrified. But that rush was the craziest rush where I'm just out there and you just know like at any minute this music is just gonna boom.
Yeah, you did beat it, right?
Beat it, yeah.
Have you ever seen one? Have you ever seen a flash mob like live?
Not live, no.
They're so cool, man. They're really
Yeah.
cool. Like people get like obviously the people watching get excited. At first they're confused and like what's going on, but they become so mainstream now that I mean
Now we'll have people like start freaking out, like the girls that are just like, "Oh my God, it's a flash mob!" And they're like screaming, and we have these girls get caught in the middle of it, and they're just like,
people pull out their phones and start recording.
Yeah.
And stuff.
What is the history of the flash mob? Like, when did that start? When did that sort of become regularly accepted in the public consciousness? Because I wasn't aware of this until a few years ago.
I mean, it really was, I think, in 2009 when it became really mainstream.
Okay.
They were happening before that, and apparently, according to like Wikipedia or wherever we looked it up, it was like 2003 was when I think it's Bill Wasick coined the name flash mob and did it as some kind of, he was a professor and did it as like this experiment, and he was the one that like coined that term. But it wasn't until the whole Michael Jackson thing that people started doing them all around the world. And
So that Swedish one was extremely inspiring to you. I mean, it planted the seeds for what you do now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know what's crazy? This is a crazy thing. So the Swedish one, they do it, and there was like a guy that started, and this blonde girl, and she's wearing a pink top. They were like the first few people that started. And so when I'm decided to do this, a week before, I get a message on Facebook. She's like, "Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm from Sweden, and I did the Beat It flash mob." And I look at it and I go, "That's the girl that started it in Sweden." She's like, "I happen to be here in LA, and I heard you're doing this flash mob. I would like to join you." And I was like,
This is the inaugural one, right?
That's so cool.
Yeah, the very first one. I'm like, "Yeah, you absolutely. You're the reason I'm doing this. Like, you did that. I'm doing it because I saw yours in Sweden."
Do you stay in touch with her still?
No, I mean, we haven't No, I haven't. You know, we're still
she's probably
Facebook
not-
friends. I
probably
think.
not
Terrible
cute.
fallout after she asked for 50% of everything you made.
No,
from that.
No, she's probably
She-
just not cute.
She's
I'm just
cute.
kidding.
She's cute.
Just kidding.
She saw that Flash Mob started blowing up. She unfriended me.
Right.
No, I don't know. But she happened to be here and did the Flash Mob with us. It was like the
That's really
craziest
great.
thing. Yeah. So I was like, that's crazy.
No, you don't just do flash mobs. I mean, you do a bunch of other stuff. And you're also an actor. You've
Correct.
directed stuff. You are a singer, first and foremost, right? I mean, which is part of the inspiration, obviously. You're a big Michael Jackson fan.
Right.
I mean, do you still... I mean, what about like a flash mob with singers?
We've done a singing
Oh,
Flash
you
Mob.
have? Oh.
Yes, we have.
I thought I was just throwing you a bone and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. Come on now, man.
Segue.
Yeah, we've only done a couple singing flash mobs. We did we've done a couple in New York. We've done a couple in New York, and then we did one here, in which we're still trying to get video from the client, but we haven't got that. It was like a Christmas party last year. It was a big Christmas, you know, like fundraiser party dinner, and it was all singing. We sang "Joyful, Joyful" from Sister Act 2.
And no dancing?
Joyful, joyful Lord. Well, yeah, we went down on this once we all came together because we were like spread out throughout the dinner.
Yeah.
Like we were dressed as waiters and stuff.
Oh, this is the one you did at the plaza, right?
We did this at it was at the Costa Mesa Theater.
Oh, okay. Wrong one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so we had people dressed as waiters, and I think everybody was, not everybody, most of us were dressed as waiters, and then others were dressed as guests, I think it was. And so we just busted out singing, you know, throughout the crowd, and then we worked our way to the front, and we had like simple choreography as we like sang the song, and we had all professional singers. We actually, a good friend of mine was in Sister Act 2, and so me and him together, you know, did the harmonies, like as far as just coaching and teaching. We recorded all the harmonies and sent them to people so that they could learn their parts. And I mean, he was in it, you know.
Wow.
So it was that was cool. He was excited to like bring back old memories because he was young when he did that.
Do you try to participate in all the flash mobs that you're hired to do?
I mean, if they're local now, I mean, we're 4 years in, so like the first year I was doing a lot of traveling when we were getting asked to go to all these different states. So I was doing a lot of traveling, and now, I mean, after the first couple of years, we really, when I would travel, I would find great people there that were dancers or just loved it, and were like, I want to be part of this. And so now we have people almost everywhere that we can. I mean, we've in all the major places like Texas, Florida, New York, Chicago, Pennsylvania, Arizona. I mean, we got people all over. And so now I don't travel as much. So in the beginning, I would participate a lot. Now, if I'm going to a flash mob, if it's here in the area, I like to film. I'll film them most of the time, or sometimes I'll dance. The flash mobs are always giving me a hard time. Like, you gonna dance this time?
So how do you pick who starts the dance? I mean, is that part of like a honor system thing, or like a raffle to
Auditions. We hold auditions for. No, we don't.
I know Stacy likes to start as well, but she doesn't start all of them, right, Stacy?
She yeah.
I'm looking at you, Stacy.
I know, right? She did early on, but she like pretty much since we started this, she's been pregnant. So like,
Yeah, it's true.
she's had a baby, but she danced like pregnant, and she was out there dancing with the baby.
Nice.
We started a couple in the beginning, but now we've given it off to like flash mobbers, or usually it's our choreographer of the dance that's doing it, or whoever's teaching the dance. Usually is the person that we have started off because they're the most confident and know the dance well, and that's usually who we have started. And in rehearsal, we'll be like, hey, why don't you be the first to join after the choreographer joins, because somebody is really good, or you know. And it's all just, I mean, it's fun to just have, because we have so many different types of people that come to do these flash mobs.
Yeah.
All ages, sizes, color, everything. So it's, you know, we had this, you know, this flash mob we did recently, and this lady who you wouldn't think would like. I mean, she was a big lady, and she could groove, man. She was getting down, and I was like, I want you to start right after the choreographer. Like, you need to come in because you are awesome.
Yeah.
And you are getting it,
What do you think is so compelling about the flash mob? Is it the sense of community? Is it the dance? Is it the movement? I would tend to think it's both of those, and many more things probably.
Yeah, the main thing I think is a sense of community, or it's yeah.
Well, it's like if you look at it as a metaphor, man. I mean, you're part of something. There's an element of surprise to it where you get to put out something, reveal something about who you are, and you're not alone.
Yeah.
Right? You're with a group, and you're recognized. You're different than the people who are just watching.
Yeah. And exactly. They have that community feel like, oh, we have this secret. We're about to surprise these people. And these people are like 9-to-5ers. Most of them are not performers, really. And so this is like this exciting thing they get to do to break away from their everyday deal. Like, they'll take off work, be like, I had a woman be like, don't film me too close because I got out of work for this.
I'm on my lunch break.
Yeah.
So how do you guys teach this dance? I mean, for people who have everyday jobs, I mean, you hold rehearsals? Do you you put videos out on YouTube?
Yeah, we keep the dance fairly simple for the first part. It's very simple. We record an instructional video. They get that 2 weeks before, sometimes more if we have that time, so they can practice at home on their own without the insecurity of people watching, and so people get to watch it at home and learn. And then we have a rehearsal. We always have a rehearsal on the day of the event. We'll have like a 3-hour rehearsal, check everybody in, get them rehearsing, talk to them, get them pumped up and motivated, encourage them. Because people come in timid to a lot, like, I'm here, yeah.
What have I done?
What am I doing? I mean, whenever I go to these, we always ask, too, how many people is this your first flash mob? And it's usually like 80% of the people, it's their first one. And so they're scared. They're nervous.
Yeah.
Some are just like, they don't care. They're really excited. But some are nervous about it because they're doing something on their bucket list, something they would never do.
Yeah.
And so, we're very sensitive to that. And that's one of the things, like, without flash mobbers, we would be nothing. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do these.
Yeah, man.
So they're the most important thing to us, so we treat them with love always. And that's like a big thing for us whenever we've got people working for us, or, we always say, do not talk bad to anybody. Nobody is turned away from a flash mob, because there's people there that just aren't getting the dance, and that's fine. Like, listen, don't worry about it. First, the number one rule is to have fun. All right, so don't worry.
So what do you do? Just push them to the perimeter so that
we
no one
just
can see?
we just kind of push them out to the. That's
No,
terrible
man. You know what?
promise.
No. Hopefully, a lot of them are watching right now.
Yeah.
Because they get to. Not everybody gets to have a one-on-one with you, and they probably see you as, oh, he's one of the guys that are up there.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, oh yeah, he's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll give him some advice. What would you tell a flash mobber that's new or that wants to try it? I mean, you tell them to have fun, right?
Yeah.
But what
It sounds like a pretty safe place for them to go for the first time.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would say. Like, it is a safe place to come and do, and to dance or break out and do something you've never done. Nobody's judging you. Never. Like, it's because it's not about being a good dancer. So, we don't judge them. We treat everybody with love and respect. We are so grateful that they're there. I mean, they're taking this time to do for free. We're not paying them. Most of the time, they're just volunteering their time to do this. I mean, I really feel like, it sounds like corny, but I really feel like so much love for these people that when they come out, and when I'm there and I see them there, I'm like I get emotional about it, because it's like, I mean, I get emotional about it. But you just have so many different types of people, and people you would never think. You're like, there's no way this guy's here to do this flash mob, and he gets out there, and they'll be by themselves too. And I'm like, this dude just came by himself to do this flash mob, and he's just, for whatever reason, you know, I don't know, because we don't always ask them, but
yeah, I'm sure you don't get a lot of, like I said, one-on-one time with them, and you can't meet thousands of people.
Yeah.
What an excellent thing you're doing, giving these people an opportunity to feel like they're part of something and express themselves in a way that they would never otherwise get to do. I mean, that's a little envious, quite honestly, because you get to help people on such a massive scale with just pure joy.
Right.
It's one thing to write a book or have a show and let people watch it, but you're letting them actively participate, man. That's so cool and unique.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I literally every day I'm like, I can't believe that I'm doing this and this has happened. It is very unique, and I really think that we are creating joy every time we do this for the people participating and for people watching. So it's like this big, I don't know, massive energy that's like, poof, that goes out there, and you never know.
But it's beautiful because it's
doing.
Ephemeral, right? Like it's there and then it's
It's gone.
I love that.
Exactly.
It's like an air sculpture or something.
It's my favorite part. It's my favorite part of the whole flash mob is afterwards.
Right.
People just go about their business.
Yeah.
Go about their business and
go back. They go away.
Did you see Step Up Revolution, Catherine McCormick's film? Because the mob is featured heavily, and it's like a character in the film. Yeah. It's a flash mob, and they go and they do these really
elaborate
productions with like everyone's doing backflips with cars with hydraulics, and it's quite a sequence. This is the movie I recommended to Christian because it's really good.
Right.
That I watched already. So.
You watched it?
Why don't you suck it, Thomas?
So the mob, you were familiar with that theme in the film then?
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Now you guys are Flash Mob America. Is there a plan to be Flash Mob International? Are you going global?
For sure. We've done a flash mob in Canada, so that's our.
I already bought the domain name. So.
Oh, you got it. So we got to buy that from you now.
Flash Mob International. That's me, F.M.A.
Yeah.
What's up, F.M.A.?
I'm F.M.A.
You did one in Canada. Who was
we
that
did one
for?
in Canada.
Yeah.
It was for a cosmetic company. We actually had like 7 different cities, and that was in America, and then 1 in Canada. Yeah, we definitely want to reach out, and we've got people contacting us to do some in Mexico, so we may have that. We've had was it London? We've had people reach out from other countries. It's a little challenging because it's gonna be a little bit more expensive because we got to get out there. We got to really search to find some. Either we got to travel out there to get there and be there and meet people and kind of train people in that country if we're gonna have people working for us there, or we got to find them there before we get there. So it's a challenge, but yes, yeah.
There are plans to expand like that.
Yeah, and we're getting a lot of inquiries to do them in other countries too.
Were you guys affiliated with or associated with anybody that did the Step Up film? The choreographers and such? I would think it's a fairly small world.
It is a small world. I think there was some dancers in there that have worked with us before.
Okay.
Yeah. But not like the choreographers or anything like that necessarily. No.
You guys also inspired a commercial. That was
I know people.
It had to be. Dude.
I know people. I know the AT&T commercial where the guy
starts flash mobbing himself.
Starts flash mobbing on his own, and then he gets on the phone he gets his message late that flash mob's been postponed. Half an hour.
Nice.
And the last shot is this black guy and this little white girl that look at him, and people are like, "That is you and Stacy." Like they totally mocked you guys. Like, maybe. I don't know.
Somebody, some creative over at an ad agency saw what you guys were doing, and I mean, they totally ripped you off.
It's possible. It's possible.
But it's not bad. It's not a bad thing.
Oh no, yeah. Totally.
I mean, it would have been better if they used you.
If they put us in it.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
That was a good commercial.
It was.
Yeah, it's
That was
funny.
genius. I was mad. I was like, this is so good. This is funny. That is good.
How many hours per week are you devoting to this? Does this take up every single day? Are you still able to go on auditions for your acting work?
Yes, I can always go to auditions. That's a great thing. It's Stacy is also an actor, and so whenever there's an audition, it's just I got an audition at this time. I'll be gone, doing that. We've hired some new people. We've got some really great staff right now, and so it's weird because it's 24/7. Really, there's always something we can get on. That we could do as far as just checking the website, checking Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Although we have our staff doing that, I mean, we're working throughout the day. We're trying to limit it now, especially for Stacy. She's got 2 kids now. She just had a baby 5 weeks ago, so her time is really limited. But it's 24/7. But I do have a lot of free time, and I am able to go to any audition I want to do. I'm doing a play right now, so I'm able to go to rehearsals for the play.
Should we plug your play a little bit?
Maybe we should.
When's it open?
It opens July 19th.
That's perfect. This episode will be out probably 3 months after that. But
Perfect.
It's like dogging me, dude. You know what?
That's
I'm
cold,
gonna
man.
we're
Oh.
gonna set everything up in your place. We're gonna go to your home
here it
office,
comes. Here it
and
comes.
you're gonna do all the editing.
I'm a really
And-
good editor. You want me to help with that?
Yeah, no, we're looking for an intern. I mean, you just said you got a lot of time.
I can't work for Flash Mob right now. I'm interning with Christian.
No,
working on
you
editing.
should plug the play though, because I think that it'll be out quite a bit before that, and so people
Yeah.
will know when to go see.
Yeah, it's called What's So Funny. It's at the Palisades Theater. It opens July 29th. It goes the 29th, 20th, 21st, and then the following weekend, the 27th and 28th.
What's it about?
So it's just a quick little preview. It's about 4 writers. It takes place in 1968, and it's about 4 writers that have an hour to come up with a funny sketch for the Art Winkler show. So it's kind of like a take on Art Linkletter, and Winkler is probably Henry Winkler in 1968. And there's these 4 writers that are discussing their ideas, and as they're the one guy's like, okay, I have an idea. It's a family, and and then on the other side of the stage, the actors come out, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm one of the actors, and so
They're talking about it, and as they talk about it, it manifests.
yeah, they start to talk about it, and
The
then it
scenes
manifests,
start,
and then we
yeah.
act it out. But they'll stop it in the middle of it, the acting's happening, and they'll go, wait, no, I think the daughter should be pregnant. Okay, so the daughter's pregnant, and then we continue, and they keep messing with it and changing it.
Cool.
Yeah, the black guy is
funny.
not wearing a turtleneck. He's only wearing a thong.
Well, that's what they do, because it's 1968, and they're like, the daughter's pregnant, and then she's introducing the parents to the boyfriend. The door opens, and it's a white guy, and they're like, wait, the boyfriend should be black. That's when I come in, I come in,
Nice.
Dad, Mom, why don't you meet my boyfriend? What's his name? Jerome. I'm like, hi.
Hey,
It's yeah. How you doing? It's funny though. It's really funny, and then so they go through all these totally different sketches that they are trying to come up with within an hour. Yeah. So
nice
that's that.
man. What's so funny? Is that what it's called?
That's What's So Funny. Yes.
No, I'm saying what's so funny.
Oh, you at What's So Funny?
What's so funny?
Yes.
The name of the play.
Absolutely.
It's really cool that you
Right.
guys have been able to sort of see each other's evolution, both being at the studio for years and years, and you guys have been able to commiserate on work, and you're
Yeah.
both doing theater right now.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah. I'm in a play as well.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's called.
What's it?
You know Blake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blake was in a play a couple years ago called "Women Are Crazy Because Men Are Assholes."
Totally.
So he dropped a dime and said, "Hey, man, I think you'd be good for this part." Went in, auditioned, got called back, gave me the role.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where are you doing that at?
At the Matcha Theater,
Matcha.
opening July 25th. Splitting shows though, so
Okay.
there's 10 and 10. Yeah, you could go watch the other guy if you want, but
You
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding. Thomas is his name. If you're watching Thomas,
Oh, his name is
Yeah,
Thomas.
we don't.
It's not this Thomas.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's not me.
Looks like Jake Gyllenhaal, so we're not very similar.
You come to mine, I'll go to yours.
Yeah, of course. I'll go to yours even if you don't come to mine, dude.
Oh,
I would too.
You know what I mean? Actually, Conroe. I'd never done theater in my life.
Oh yeah.
Never. Not one play, not 1 ounce of stage experience. And he cast me in the play, Tracers.
Really?
Back in the day.
Still have the play right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He directed it. You saw the play done sometime somewhere, and you said you wanted to do it.
Yeah, or I had done a scene in an acting class way back, and for some reason this play popped in my head, and I read it, and I was like, oh, I gotta do this play. Same kind of thing as like the Flash Mob. It's kind of the same feeling of like, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you get impulses like that, and then you're very tenacious in making sure that you follow through and
For sure.
see it to fruition.
If you were a superhero, that'd probably be your power.
Right?
You follow your impulse.
I follow my impulses.
Impulse, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was an awesome play. Let me tell you, Thomas. I wish you could have seen it.
Yeah, people still talk about it. He might have been in it. Thomas probably would have been in it.
Oh, if he was there at the time?
If he was there
yeah.
at the time.
When was this? Like 25 years ago?
Fucking A, man.
Maybe 22.
2006, man. 2006 October.
It was
I still
2006.
remember.
Yeah,
So
in October.
You're kind of intrigued with all facets of performance.
Yes.
Right? And so I know that you started out, and we sort of alluded to this earlier, in music.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still write? Did you ever write? I assume that you
Music?
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I haven't written in a little while. The last song I wrote was called Homeless. And it was about living in L.A., having a place to stay, food to eat, clothes on my back, but still feeling homeless. It was like and that's how I felt.
When was that?
It was a few years ago that I wrote that. It's been a little while since I've sat and written some music. But yeah, and I when I was in the group back in the day, which was like I was 18.
I don't know what that is.
There's some sounds.
There you go. Check. Does
Checky
that mean?
check. Boom.
Yeah, right.
Check.
So
You were 18 in the group.
I was 18 in the group, so I did writing back then, and then some writing, and then out here. But it's been a few years since I've done that.
It's time to pick it up, Conroe.
You're right.
I
Yeah,
think
man.
we should start doing it
How
again.
did you start acting? I
You're
never
right.
I never asked you
Acting?
that question. Yeah.
I actually started acting before I was singing. It's a funny
You
story.
acted like a singer.
Funny story. Yeah.
No, but this dude could blow. This guy could sing, man.
Thanks.
I try to tell you, I heard just my imagination on YouTube. Anyone can find it. It's 5 Conroes at once, and it's dope.
Anyone can find
He
it.
does all the harmonies, looking like a goddamn pimp up there with his earbuds in, listening
Right.
to himself. It's great.
Yeah. 5-part harmony. by
Do
Conroe Brooks. So-
any flash mobbers, not to digress, but do any flash mobbers know that you're a talented singer?
I think some of them know that I sing. Yeah.
Right.
The way I got involved in acting, which was that was like the start of it, junior high, and it was like, recess or break or whatever the heck it was. I'm just walking around, and then my homeroom teacher, I walk by the classroom. I hear him call, Conroe, calls me and he's like, hey, we're doing this play. I want you to read this part. I think you'd be great for it. So I go, he's like, look at this monologue and just, tell me when you're ready. I was like, okay, all right. I didn't know what I was doing. I look over it, go in, read it for him. He's like, you got the part. And I was like, what? That's it? Okay. Oh, okay, I guess I'm doing a play.
Wow.
Yeah, so I do the play, and then I got the part, like, right there on the spot.
Funny. I don't know why it's funny, man.
And so, and the play was called Juvie. And I'm playing this kid, Andy the Veg, because he's, like, slow. Why he thought I should do this, I don't know.
Can I tell you that is the performance that I taped for James Madison University to go to that school as a theater major.
Stop it.
Not even joking. And I haven't heard that since I was like 17. What you just said.
Wow.
He's he's the
Yeah, I'll be.
mentally handicapped
Yes.
kid.
Yeah.
I'll only be
Yep.
impressed
You know
if
what I
you do
almost
part of
said.
that fucking
That's,
monologue.
I know. Huh?
I'll only be impressed right now. Not the serendipity of this, but if you do the monologue right now.
I wish I could remember. I know that it was.
Not impressed.
I tell you what, I didn't get into JMU.
Not impressed.
So it must not have been good.
I did not get in.
Right. But go on. I mean,
Yeah, I had this
that's
thing.
just far out.
I had this thing where I was like rock back and forth.
Yeah, I did that.
You do that? Maybe we also got that somewhere.
We both saw What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
So yeah, that wasn't it. Yeah, so I did that play, and I remember. I mean, I remember having an amazing time, but it was after the play when people were like, "Oh my God, you were so great! You should do commercials. You were so good. You were really," was that like getting that like praise? I was like, "Oh, I should do this,"
Yeah.
And then I just kept doing plays from then on out. And yeah.
Junior high, you went into high school, did the drama thing.
Did the drama thing in high school. And it was my high school teacher who was really great, Patty Gassman. And she was like, "That's what you got to do. Get a headshots, da-da-da." So she helped me get an agent at 16.
Wow.
Yeah. And then booked some roles, and I got my SAG card at 16.
Are you serious?
Serious, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Because I was in the Bay Area. So I'm from San Jose. And so I'll go out to San Francisco and for auditions. And I got Getting Even with Dad, which was Macaulay Culkin and Ted Danson. It's like my third audition.
That's awesome.
And it's funny too, because I remember like I'm playing like a street tough was the name, street tough. And I go into audition, and there was dudes that came out from L.A. to audition. There was a dude. I mean, maybe he was bullshitting me or something, but I'm 16. I'm talking to this guy. He was older than me. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I drew out here from L.A. to audition." Da, da, da. I'm like, "Oh, really? That's great." I was super naive, just like, "Wow, oh my God." I go in the audition, and I'm reading the lines. She's like, "Oh, that was great. Can you do it again? But this time, can you do it a little more Boys in the Hood?"
What?
Yes. A little more Boys in the Hood. So more black.
Yeah.
And so I did it again. They're like, "Great." And then I got the part.
You got the part.
Great, you got the part. We loved it.
She told you.
So then I got the part, and
Like gas.
and had to go to a stunt thing because I had a fight scene with Ted Danson. Long story short, and they would send me the script. I mean, I was like, "Oh my God, I got the script," and it was like the most amazing thing to me in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
The day before I go to shoot, I get a phone call from the producer. Me and Ted had a meeting, and we decided that it's stereotypical to have a black teenager play the part of a street tough. So we're not going to have you do this role. But we are going to try to fit you in some other part somewhere.
This evil scientist.
Yeah, right? And so I didn't do that. But he continued to call me and say, "Okay, we might be fitting you in the bowling scene with this, da-da-da." And he called me back like a few times and was like, "We're going to try to put you in here." Never happened.
Dude.
I know.
You know what I think? Ted's afraid of those cracks you were going to give
He
him.
thought
dude.
he knew I was going to give him a real good crack. You know what I mean? He's like, "This dude looks scary."
Conroe puts on a clinic, and the clinics are free.
What's happening?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
also played Sam Cooke in a movie, didn't you?
I did. The Little Richard Story. That was my first audition in L.A.
Jeez, man.
I know.
What's up with all these
Fucking
with all-
First
beast.
audition things. I know, it was like crazy. And in the way I got that was just crazy. I didn't have an agent or anything, and I happened to sing a song in my acting class. My acting teacher was like, "I heard you sing. Go sing." I'm like, "Okay." So I get up, and this manager happened to be in class at the time, because her student was there. She was just sitting in on class. So then she saw this audition come by, and she just called, and she's like, "Hey, I saw you sing in class, and I want to get you in for this audition." So I go on audition. I get a call back, and then she's like, "Okay, they want you for the role. They don't know if the role's going to stay in the movie, but they're going to have you come do this table read." So I'm at the table read with everybody. Robert Townsend was the director. I'm at the table read. Everybody's reading. It's a small little part. Like I have a few lines, and then he sings. It was singing and then like one line.
Right.
But they were skipping all the songs during the table read, right? I'm like, the songs, that's my thing. That's that's why I got this. Because all I did was sing at the audition. And so they're going through they would just read the lines, and they go, "Song, no." And like Robert Townsend would say that. He'd be like, "Okay, song, moving on, no." And then it came to my part, right? And I was like, I'm bored, and I'm like, I got that like fire and juice, and I'm like, they are not skipping my song.
Hell nah, dude.
They are not skipping my song.
Right.
So it came to the lines, like, I was crazy, dude. I can't believe I did this.
Was?
I still am. It came to the lines, like, right before my part where I sing, right? Or he's reading the descriptions, Robert Townsend. And I was like, I can't let him finish because he's going to go song and move on. And so I just jump up right as he's about to finish the descriptions. And I just jump up, let me tell you about a place. And everyone's like, and I just sang the whole shit. The whole, whole little part. I just like, I'm up in New York away. And I'm just singing, jamming, and they were just like, oh. And I finished and they were like, okay, all right.
Yeah, man.
Part stayed in. I got it. I was like, that's why I stayed in the movie.
Nice.
I did that shit in the table reading.
For sure.
I don't know. But, yeah.
Definitely. Yo, you took a chance, man.
Yeah.
You paid off.
You've been doing this for so long then. I mean, never mind. That sounded wrong. You've been doing this for quite some time. You're very experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're back in acting class, correct?
Yeah.
Which is really telling and interesting. So for all the people out there that are aspiring actors,
yes.
Why would you decide to go back in with so many credits and so many years of experience? What does it do for you?
Man, it's crazy because you think when you first get into acting, you think, oh, I'm going to go be other people. And it's just what I first thought of it was completely different than what I think now.
Right.
So one, you got to stay fresh, you just got to you got to keep acting and keep warm. But I just, when I got here to LA, I learned that it's like so much more than just trying to be other people. You have to like dig deep and to find out who you are. And I don't think I really knew, back then. So this class that I found now, Cameron Thor, that we all know, they just have just taught me some. I'm basically stripping away what I learned as a kid, because I was doing musical theater and everything, and it was all about the show.
Yeah.
And so I'm being in class now, it's like stripping that away and just getting raw, because in film they want to see your soul, like they want to see like
who you are,
just who you really are, and the stuff we don't want to show normally. So I think that just it can take a while to learn to do that or get comfortable with that or figure out how to do it, or it's still a mystery to me.
Right.
Acting is still a mystery to me, and that's something that Cameron has said. It's like you can't once you go, here's a book on how to act. Like what? No, that doesn't work. You can't go, oh, this is how you do it, because then everybody would be doing it.
Right.
Then like everybody be famous.
But not just that. I mean, I think that there's facets of you're evolving as a person.
Yeah.
You're also evolving as an artist, and as you move through these stages of your life,
mm-hmm.
well, your art's going to change.
Exactly.
And who you were and who you are today need to be recalibrated with your artistry.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
For sure. Yeah.
And acting class is one of those ways to keep those muscles taut.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because you change as a person.
Right.
I remember when I took a break from acting class when the flash mob thing blew up, because I just didn't have time. I was traveling. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. And so going through that experience of like the flash mobs and it becoming and doing interviews for news and all this crazy stuff, it changed me. It changed, I don't know really exactly how, but I felt different than what I did before, all this happened. So when I went back, I was like, I want to get back in class, because I'm not the same. I'm still Conroe, but I'm just different.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you notice that was so different?
There was this, I think I have less, I don't want to say like less, I don't care as much. It's not that I don't care, but less worry about being right or like perfect or like doing it the right way, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Careless in a good way.
Yeah, like yeah, and I'm not sure like why the flash mob thing that happened. I mean, we achieved this certain amount of success, I think. That's part of it. Is like I achieved a certain amount of success in that, and I still felt like I was missing something. Like I wasn't fulfilled, you know. It was like boom, we were at this point and we were having meetings with like NBC executives about different flash mobs and different like
They made a
full
pilot about
and then
your
we did
company.
a whole pilot about us.
That's cool, man.
Right.
That's
And so,
cool.
but I still felt like, nah, man, I'm not, I still need to get in class and cause like you were saying, I am involved in all facets of entertainment. It's like, I'm a storyteller, like I feel like I'm a storyteller, whether it's music or directing a play or acting.
This is getting to the root of kind of where I'm. You wrote that song about being very lonely,
Homeless.
and homeless,
Right.
and you wrote it in this city.
Yeah.
I had this theory when I got out. I'd only been out here 6 months or so, and I'm like, this is the loneliest fucking place I've ever been in my life, and it is one of the biggest places and most crowded places.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about this place that makes you feel like you can be surrounded by people and never feel as lonely as you are then?
I think part of it is most people are here trying to make a career, right, in entertainment of some sort, and so you just find that everybody's like the tunnel vision to get this thing, you know, and
Validation.
right, and exactly, and like nobody's like I do it a lot when I'm driving, just like looking around at people and like. You know, like just looking around and going like, what? No one's
In
like,
between your texts, right?
in between my texting as I'm driving. Actually, today on the way here, I drove by this homeless guy who was like sitting on some steps, and I was like, I want to go sit and like talk to that dude. Like I really wanted to like just go sit, and I'm like, what would that be like if
You
I
just wanted to connect.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it on Laurel Canyon? No, you come from Highland, yeah. I saw a guy with a sign today who looked really interesting.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you want
He
that.
looked
That's
really
that
interesting.
is the thing. Like you want to connect, and that's why people come and do these flash mobs too. They want to connect with something. They don't want to feel alone. They want to feel like they have something, in this world. Because in general, I think people feel alone. Why are we here? What are we doing on this planet?
Yeah.
To get like, really deep about it. But
No, those are the most important questions you can ask.
Yeah.
Everything else is peripheral.
what's
I mean,
the-
that shit
exactly.
that you just said is like the really important stuff.
yeah, totally. So, yeah, man, that's the thing about LA. That's like, it's such a killer, like a heartbreaker for me. Like you feel so lonely here. Yet there's so many people, and you notice it when you're hanging out and you're like, just like, I just want to go home right now. None of y'all are paying attention to me, and not necessarily to me, but just to us.
To anything,
Hypothetically.
it's true.
To anything. You're just looking around, or like you're looking like why are we here at this motherfucking club, and we're just standing here, and everyone's just like, the girls are trying to look cute and looking like, what
It's a
are
lot of
you
posturing.
doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you here?
Well, and then it's exacerbated, right, by the fact that you spend hours in your vehicle alone, even though you can see everybody.
Yeah.
There's levels of separation.
Yeah.
And we spend all this time waiting and being by ourselves. It's the opposite in New York City, where you're all packed in and you're trying to get away from everyone.
Right.
Right. It's a really unique place, and as much as I love it, that was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, man, this is a really lonely place. Now I'm kind of finding that it's really your perspective on it and how you fit into the whole thing. And if you're constantly looking for that validation, like we are as performers and entertainers, and
Yeah.
it's brutal. You have to find something else to
You have
validate
to-
your life.
Exactly. You got to let that go,
Right.
because it's gonna be a hard road.
Well, being an LA native,
Yes.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. No, I'm just kidding. No, totally. I see that.
Yeah.
Definitely see that. The fact that you've done something as altruistic as bringing people together, following your thoughts that are, I mean, what's a dream? But a bunch of thoughts going around in your head, right? Images that you have about the future, and you took those thoughts and you put them to action.
Yeah.
And that's what we do, man. We live the dream here at Los Angeles Real, man.
I'm obsessed with dreams, by the way.
Yeah, tell us about it. Yeah, what's up?
So am I. Tell me about it.
Dude, like since I was a child, I would like jump up from my bed, like wake up, run to my parents' room and be like, "Oh my God, Dad, I gotta tell you my dream. I gotta tell you my dream that I had." And and I would tell my mom my dream, and it was like all detailed and crazy. And I'd be like, "What was yours?" And she would feel so bad because she could never remember her dreams. But I'm obsessed with them. Like I can control my dreams.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's happened to me several times where I know I'm in the dream. I'm like I'm in a dream.
Now I want donuts.
And
Take
now
off your clothes.
I want.
Yeah, right.
That was usually when I was a kid, and when I would do it as a
just
kid,
kidding.
that it would just be that. Like I was just trying to make out with girls that were just around. Whoever's there.
You come.
Yeah. But yeah, and they're really, they're really. I can remember crazy details about my dreams.
Have you had flying dreams?
Yeah, all the time. That's what
All the time?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And that's what when I am, and that's what I usually will do first when I am aware I'm in a dream. So I try to like fly places.
Do you ever swim, like while you're flying? Like
No.
I have dreams that I'm flying, but
You can
I'm swimming through the air.
When I fly, it's
You
like
guys are lucky motherfuckers.
I have to get like a jump, like I have to kind of get it like, shoo, and then I like do this focus. Yeah, and it's like this concentration I have to do to like
Levitation.
It's just weird, and it feels so real because it really feels like you have to get to this level of like concentration and like stay up, and I like have to stay up and float.
You know that's rare, right? Like
No.
flying dreams are not common.
Really?
Yeah, I've had like 5 in my
Really?
lifetime. And
you know what it is? It's all your hair, bro. It like stops you from
Too much hair.
See, me and
dude,
Conroe.
I'm like Samson. My strength is in my hair. How dare you? No, it's rare, and
that's a trip.
one of my goals when I was very intoxicated in a period of my life was like, I'm gonna learn how to fly in my dreams, and I'm gonna write a book about it so everyone else can too.
Nice.
And that would be a great thing because you wake up from those dreams like exhilarated.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. So the fact that you do it on a regular basis means you are a highly evolved.
Well, I wouldn't say regular
Being.
basis, but often I will fly a lot.
Amazing.
like at least 2 times.
At least 2 times. And one of the craziest dreams I had, and I actually I wasn't aware I was in a dream for this, but I had a dream, whatever, it was like a regular type dream. And I woke up, went to school, told my friends about my dream, still in the dream, and then woke up.
It's like,
Yeah,
It's
those
like
are
some
the,
Inception shit,
shit.
dude.
those are the best dreams, man.
Crazy.
So what do you make of the messages that you
yeah,
get
great question.
when you're dreaming whatever? I mean, subconsciously the universe is talking to you, or
Yeah, there's definitely a connection to like what's going on, like in you.
I did a whole workshop about
Dreams?
dreams and the meaning behind them, and this lady like blew my mind when she started doing the dream analysis.
Yeah.
Like what it represents, the smallest little detail.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a dream that I was in Finding Nemo. She's like,
You
oh,
wanna be a
that's,
fish.
no. She said that was my my anima
Mm-hmm.
talking to me. The child, because I was dreaming in cartoon.
Yeah.
That was something in my it represented something in my childhood.
Mm.
I mean, it got deep.
You had an
Interesting.
animated dream?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
I was a character in Nemo, bro.
Which one?
I was helping him. No, it was me.
Christian. Christian the fucking seahorse or something.
I was nah, dude.
You would totally be
Yeah,
a seahorse,
dog.
dude.
I'm a
Seahorse,
sea-
sea hell.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, that's not what we think.
Anyways, it's a family show.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Have you
So-
ever done anything like that? Like really
Like
really
a workshop or something.
or no, just taking the messages in your dreams and applied it to your to your life. I mean, you obviously have this connection to
Yeah.
your subconscious that guides you in the obvious direction. I mean, you're sitting nice right now.
Yeah.
In your creative life. I would say. I mean, I'm like I said, man. I'm proud of you, dude. I've seen, we've known each other a long time, and the fact that you're getting to do the things that you want to do. There's nothing in my mind. There's nothing better than having creative or financial freedom to do the things you want to do creatively.
Right.
And you're there.
Yeah. I mean,
you're growing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm sure you'd like to do many things, but
yeah.
He's diversifying his bonds.
Yes, for sure. Yes. Yeah, it's, and I have, as far as the dreams go, like analyzing them. Yeah. Yeah, it feels really good to be in this place where we've created this thing and it's kind of like, now it's like, on to the next, like what, what's funny about, I feel like I can, now I feel like I can create something, easier. I don't know. I feel like, okay, I did this thing. Now I feel like, well, what next could I just like do that could blow up? And maybe it doesn't, but it's like you feel that like just that ability to do it. Once it's happened, I feel like
impulse man also creates.
Yeah, exactly. And because when you do, because it was out of love, right? I mean, it was I was hurt, but it was like it was out of like, it was from my heart. So it was like, if you just can't really go wrong when you do something like that. Maybe not everything becomes a massive company, but
but sincerity is so crucial.
Exactly. If you do, then it'll move people. It'll do something because it's sincere. It's from your heart. There's no ulterior motive. I had no intention of making a company. I was like, one flash mob and done.
Yeah.
Was that the name of your Facebook page? One and done flash mobs?
Yeah.
I mean, did you even call it anything?
No, it was just like Michael Jackson flash mob, I think. Probably just Michael Jackson flash mob. Yeah, I mean, you got to, because you can smell when it's not sincere.
Authentic and...
Yeah.
Could you see yourself having to you do a lot of stuff? Christian and I do a lot of stuff. Like, I couldn't see just being an actor, just being a musician. As much as I thought that I could, turns out I have to do a lot of things. And you seem like that kind of guy as well. I mean, could you be just the guy that did one thing?
No. Yeah. No, that would make me probably feel not so good.
I mean, if tomorrow you got hired onto like a series regular on a TV show, network TV show, any TV show, you would still continue to do the things that, like Flash Mob. I mean, it's pretty much like what was in Fight Club, the second club, where it's grown exponentially on its own.
Right.
Project Chaos, or what was it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You're not a Fight Club.
I saw it. It's just been a while. Yeah, I mean, if I got on a series and I was doing that, I mean, obviously I would still be involved. I couldn't be as involved as I am now, but I think it would still be like, checking in, like, what are we doing? What's the next step? Is there something we can do? Like, that's kind of what we're thinking now, Stacy and I. Like, how do we? What can we do? Because we're going. It's moving. We've been doing it for 4 years. How can we take this to the next level? Or what can we do here to like expand, go international, that kind of thing.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys should do a naked flash mob.
We had a company want us to do a make out flash mob.
That's
it was
hot.
The drink company, or what's that thing called?
Hennessy?
5 hours?
No, it's a drink, but like it's like a sex. One's supposed to make you feel like
a sexy drink.
Like a.
They can
not a
sponsor
sexy
this show.
drink.
It's one of those, yeah, dude.
I can't remember what it is, but I know, right?
So what happened? You didn't do it?
It just didn't happen. Yeah. It was like, what, a make out flash mob where like couples just all start making out in this mall.
Yeah, do it on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You could.
That's actually a really good promotional Tool.
Yeah, for something like that, it'd be good.
So are you guys
Like mouthwash.
Are you guys doing like in movies and television? You're hit up by people constantly, because of what you do. I mean, how far-reaching is
The Flash Mob?
the Flash Mob?
Yeah, we did Modern Family.
Right.
The last TV show we did was 90210. We did- Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was I don't know a couple months ago.
That's not on your
Did it air?
web page, is it? Did you put
The
it up
video?
there? The video?
No, the video's not up there.
Gotcha.
But it's I mean we couldn't
Not
use
yet.
the video. Yeah. But we did that 90210. We did like Kimura. We helped send them flash mobbers for Friends with Benefits. They contacted us about sending them flash mobbers.
Oh, they did one in the Ashton Kutcher. Is it no Justin Timberlake movie?
Justin
right?
Timberlake and Mila Kunis
Yeah, they did a flash mob in Times Square.
in Times Square. Yeah.
Yeah, they stole your idea, dude.
Oh, punks.
Can you I don't mean to digress too much, but can you briefly talk about the black experience as an actor in this town? And you alluded to it earlier. You said,
Right.
they wanted me to, speak more urban or more black or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you run up? Do you have problems with that on a regular basis?
Not necessarily. Not really. I say for me personally, my experience is unique because I'm mixed. So I'm half black, half white.
Right.
So sometimes I'll find myself at an audition where I'm the only black guy, and it's like a bunch of white dudes or
Pretty
something.
obvious, yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm the ambiguous dude or something, I guess.
Right.
And then I'll find myself at audition where it's, all black dudes, and it's kind of like, I don't know, some like drug dealer tough dude. I'm like, I'm not right for this.
Like you're stereotypical.
Yeah, and it's where I feel like, because that happens sometimes. I'm not black enough, or I'm not white enough. I mean, I don't know if that really goes there, but like, I had an agent tell me out here. So I did have another kind of odd experience where he, my manager sent my stuff, and he called me in, and I met with them, and he's like, man, you got a great resume here, what you've done. I liked your reel. You're a good actor. But all my black actors are like black. I wouldn't know what to do with you. And I was like,
What?
send me on auditions. What do you mean?
That's what you do.
Yeah, he's like, I know you, but you're just, I don't know I wouldn't know. Like, my guys are like black. Like, and he named a couple guys, and I was like, okay, I don't know how to take this, but that's odd. It was just like,
I mean,
What do you mean?
you probably want representation who knows exactly what they want to do.
well, exactly.
I mean, this person
I
obviously
wouldn't want to
had,
be with that guy
yeah,
anyways.
he had no clue. whoever it is.
The
I remember
reason
his name.
the reason I brought it up, right? I brought it up because our first guest, Sultan Sharif, had very dark skin, and he talked about going into meetings at CAA and UTA, and they were disarmed and arrested by the fact that he didn't speak black enough. And
Right.
so they're like, oh, well, next time you come in, can you be a little bit more black? And it's such an odd, unique thing for you to have to deal with in this industry.
For sure. Yeah, it is, and I have dealt with that a couple times because I'm also not, I don't come off as like, I guess, that black.
Yeah,
thing,
you're not a
which-
thug. You're not.
Yeah,
you're not the
which
type
upsets me though. Like in the black community, them, if a black person says to me, "Oh, he's not black," it's like, okay, hold on a second. You're trying to say that the stereotype of talking in an uneducated way is black. Why would you say that?
It's
Yeah.
pretty insulting.
That is insulting to your own race. Why
Yeah,
would you
absolutely.
do that? So, yeah, I mean, I have dealt with it. I just, it's, like, it's funny, like at commercial auditions, you always get paired up with the other black, if it's a couple, you always get paired up with the other black couple, or other black girl.
Right.
And I'm always like, why can't you mix us up? Because that's what I know. My mom's white, my dad's black. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird, and I remember I got an audition for this movie where they wanted me to go in for the head drug dealer guy, the gangster of the town, of the area, and I went in, but I got there and I was like, listen, I'm not right for this. Like, I can't do the part. This is the guy I'm right for. The other, who's actually like the lead, but I don't know. I'm not.
How did you break that news to him?
It just happens to
Well,
be.
the girl comes out and she tells, I was like, this is not, I'm not right for this. I really, if I'm gonna read for somebody, it should be this guy, should be Cassius, and if you want me to read for that, cool, but I shouldn't read for this. And she's like, okay, I'll talk to the director. And she went in. It's an independent film. She talked to him and then she's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna have to read for that. So I did.
And you booked it.
And I booked it.
You got the part.
And I got the right. But it was like, and that was like the first time I've done that, where I've gone to an audition and go, I can't read this part.
I know it seems so audacious, right, to go in and tell them how to do their job.
Right?
You're like,
listen, you were wrong when you called me in for this. Right. No, because that's essentially what I was saying. Like, you guys aren't right. But yeah,
you've gotten to a point now in your career, and you've done enough stuff and had enough experience where you pretty much know.
Exactly.
It's really cool.
Exactly. Yeah, it does feel good to be at that point, and not because, how many times are actors out here just being desperate, doing whatever they, whatever part they can.
Like at least 5 times.
At least 5. So it's good. It feels good to get away from that, and that's what comes with just maturing out here and experiencing life, and I think that's what doing this flash mob thing and having my own business and having to be a leader and an owner of a company did for me.
That's
was
great.
Give me the confidence in like who I am and going, I'm not gonna do this,
Yeah.
whether you are mad or not.
So what advice would you give to somebody that wants to do what you did? Not necessarily with flash mobs, but I mean, what has helped you? Christian said it best with our last guest. If you could only impart one piece of knowledge to somebody and you'd never see him again, what would you want to tell them?
Wow. That's a good question.
From the mind of Christian.
That's heavy.
That's what she said.
He knows how to bring levity to a heavy situation.
I know, right? I know. He's always been that way.
Yeah.
Like trying to, be heavy.
Did you just call me fat, dude?
I called you fat, man.
God damn it.
Oh, you really stumped him, dude.
Man.
I didn't say anything. I just said that's what she said.
I did. Well, it's a tough question. I mean, it's not that tough, I guess, but I guess I'm trying to find the right words to like.
But here's the thing, man. I mean, Conroe's such a giving person. Like, he wouldn't just tell them one thing. He'd want to help them to the other side. I mean, did you not hear
right.
what he said? I mean, he wanted to stop, get out of his car on his way here,
and talk to
a homeless man. Like, that's Conroe.
Yeah. I mean, you're right about that. Like, it's and that, I mean, maybe that's a problem. I have too many things I want to try to
see your brain working
to do. I mean, I guess it would be to. It just sounds so, follow your heart just seems so like.
Yeah, it's
not.
It doesn't matter if that's what you think.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's what it is. But then, but then it's like, well, how do you know what that's my heart that I'm following?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like Cameron always says it. He put me onto it. He put us all onto it. The Joseph Campbell saying, "Follow your bliss." I think we talked about that on a different episode, man. Follow your bliss it's a powerful affirmation, man. To just to affirm, to do what makes you happy, always. I mean,
right. Do what makes you happy. Lead with love. Like,
lead with love.
Lead with love and like everything, because we just don't do that enough, and that love like can disarm anything, dude. It really can. Like, I remember. Not like it was like love, but I remember this dude wanting to fight me, and I was like, "Dog, what? You don't even know me. Why do you want to fight me?" And he was not a big guy. I wasn't scared of him, but it was like honestly was like, there is no reason for us to fight. It makes no damn sense. And what I did was really funny. Okay, this is funny. I'm driving in LA, obviously, and I'm making a right turn, and I have to make a right and a quick left, right? So I kind of have to wait for both sides. So I'm waiting there for a minute, and the dude behind me is like laying on his horn, and I've been waiting that long, but like there was a moment I guess I could have turned right. So anyways, I finally make it, and this dude's chasing me down, like just behind me honking, and I'm like, damn, this fool's out of his mind.
He's so mad.
He was so upset, right? And we pull up to a stop sign, and he pulls up on the side, like, you know, not on the curb, but in parking where the meters are. It's like, pulls up, and he's like, no, like I could see him yelling. I was like, okay. And I rolled out my window.
I already know.
I rolled out my window. He's like, yo, man, what the hell, dog? You sitting there forever, da da da. And I'm like, is it really that serious, man? I look at him. He's like, dude, you were there forever. And I was like, it really wasn't that long, man. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a little quick in the left, but like, is it that serious? And he's like, and he was mad, and then his face changed, and he laughed. And he's just like, yeah, you're right, man. Like, and he just laughed at himself.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, wow, yeah, you're right.
I thought you
All
were,
right.
I
You just
thought
fixed
you were
him with
gonna
the
say.
gaze of love, and he was like,
I love
"All
you."
right, I love you.
I thought you were
Listen,
gonna
man.
say. I thought you were gonna say you knew, dude.
Oh no.
Because
no.
I've had that happen to me.
Oh really?
Where I cut somebody off, and they were heated. Man, they were heated. Like they literally almost got into an accident trying to catch me to flip me off.
yeah.
And I look, and I'm like, oh, okay, what's up, man?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he like, pull over. And I look, and I knew the truth. I was like, mother.
You're like, what's up?
And then he changed, like,
And he just
oh.
changed.
He's like, and then he got mad again. He's like, man, you cut me off, man. You gotta be careful. I'm like,
And then he was trying to help you. Listen, man, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, right.
Cause that was dangerous what you did. All right? That's why I'm upset.
yeah.
I want you to be
Because I
safe.
love you.
Yeah.
Man, driving is crazy in LA, man. A week ago, I was coming from rehearsal, man, and I had that same situation. I was making a left into oncoming traffic, and the dude behind me was so impatient. He tried to go around me, and as I tried to go around me, a car was making a left onto our street.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he literally, because of his impatience, I mean, it's not my fault. It's not my fault that I didn't have the right of way. There was a car about to turn. He didn't see it.
Right.
So he got all pissed off, and he went around. The dude making the left almost got hit like sideswiped.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't wait 10 more seconds.
Exactly. People lose their minds, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, we're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of like getting angry in the car, but it's so crazy. And you know, it's because we're in these like, because when you're walking on the street and someone cuts you off, you don't get off. "Rah!" Or if you cut someone off, you're like, oh, excuse me, sorry.
Right.
You're polite. But in the car, it's like, "Rah!" You know, we lose our minds because it's like
Got
all we
that
see is a
couple
machine.
of degrees of separation.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
it's not as intimate. You don't have to be nice. You could be a
Right.
dick.
You could right. I'm in my car. I'm safe from you.
Oh,
you
my
know.
favorite is when you when you put your signal and you're trying to make a left, you know, get into another lane, left or right, and that person does not want to let you
They
in.
pretend like they'll be like
That's the worst.
they can't see you.
That's
Like,
the
oh, you
worst.
don't know I'm trying to get in right now. You can't see this.
Really?
Well, what I do was like when you're in the middle and you're gonna make a left, and you got behind you got a light, so it starts to get blocked here, and people will block that for no reason because you're stopped at a red light. So when I like anticipate it and I see, okay, I go, okay, 2 more cars can fit, and you see these people about to just block your shit, you know, and I'll like pretend to jump out. I'm like, boom, you know, so they have to stop. I'm like, yeah, just let me go. This is ridiculous. Why you stop? Why you gonna block me here? Thank you. Okay, Jesus. I like, because I gotta make sure. I'm like, you are not blocking my left turn right here.
You probably talk to him too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, as I
That's
go
funny.
the turn, I roll down the window. I go, thank you. Now listen, next time.
You're right.
Yeah, man. Let's check
You know,
these cameras,
what are you
man.
gonna do?
How we doing on time?
We should. Well, I think we got time.
Yeah, one of these cameras had a low bat.
Yeah, we should. Let's not risk what we had happen last time.
Yeah, in our last episode.
Yes.
The one that's currently up right now. There was
Yeah.
a bit of technical difficulty, Conroe.
Was that?
Yes, one of our cameras was not charged, and that is why our dozens of viewers are.
I mean, dozens, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we love every last one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Heck yeah.
Half
Man.
of them are bots, though. So
Yeah, no, negative on that one. Conroe, man, thanks for
Yeah.
spending time with us, dude. It really means a lot to have you here. I'm happy that you're able to share your experience and have the people who follow you, because you have a great following with Flash Mob. Let them see another side of the boss man.
it's really exciting, man.
Ooh.
And thanks for saying what you did. I mean, that was, again, sincerity. You can smell it, just like when it's insincere and unauthentic. It was really awesome hearing what you had to say.
So
Cool,
Flash
thank you.
Mob America has an Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your.
Oh,
you have
yeah,
your-
plug your shit,
You have
dude.
your
Plug your shit.
website.
We got all that. Yeah. FlashMobAmerica.com.
Okay.
And
That'll
then-
come up right underneath you, right there.
there.
Boom.
Oh, nice.
There it is.
Nice. And then the Facebook, Twitter, it's all /Flash Mob America.
Okay.
Instagram is also Flash Mob America.
Cool.
We got it locked down, man.
And so you have the play coming up.
I got the play
and
coming up.
What else is on the horizon?
What else is on the horizon? Well, I was just in the pilot of Graceland, but that aired already. But you can watch it free on Hulu or download it on iTunes.
I haven't seen it.
It's good. It's
I
a
haven't
good.
seen it.
It's a good show, man. Check it out, man. I'm playing the FBI tech.
Yeah, you play a lot of cops, don't you?
Also, I play cops all day.
Yes.
All day. FBI
damn
cops.
day.
It's like, what is this?
Dude, we should do some.
We should do something on that.
Play a cop. I'll play. You guys can play cops. I'll be the thug.
Okay. Yeah, because you Doug.
I can't be a cop.
Dude, you'll have
Looking
to
like
just
fucking
shave,
Grizzly
bro.
Adams.
Too much hair and stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you
But
can-
thank you so much for coming. It's
Oh,
been
for sure.
awesome. I'm
Thank you, guys. I
really stoked.
appreciate-
I can't wait to watch this episode again. Actually, you know
Nice,
that
nice.
sometimes I'm like, yeah, I was there for that. It was good. I don't need to watch it again. But
Yeah.
this one I'm gonna watch.
Awesome.
When you got emotional about that shit, that was real. That was really nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Peace, brother.
It was all right. Peace.
Thank you so much,
Thank you guys
Conroe.
for having me.
FMA. Live the dream, people.
Live the
Live the
dream.
dream.